Well, here we go. Got a little spare time. It's something I wanted to do. I saw it on the Go For Interceptor Facebook user page. Someone had did this mod for the front fork steering damper to help stiffen up the the ride when you're going at somewhat of a high speed. Get rid of the wobble. These things, not too bad, but it is noticeable once you get up 40. It does seem to wanna, I don't know, it seems a little hairy, but I was able to score on this VW damper, steering damper on Craigslist for $10. I'd like to have had one with the two openings like this, but I'm not going to complain. I'm able to make it work. I think it'd definitely be better to have this on this end, but it seems pretty stiff when you first pull on it, but I was actually thinking it might be too stiff and it might be too make steering too hard, but I don't think it is. So if you try pulling on it, it's pretty hard. Pulling it, difficult. It seems like it would really be too much to make it steering difficult on this thing, but we're going to see. So right now, the parts I'm going to be using, put it together once, seems like it's going to work okay. The shock, I got this U-bolt from Home Depot. I'll show you where it's going. Some washers, some 3/8 type bolts with some locking washers and nuts. These at Home Depot, what I had to do, these are mending plates. What I had to do is drill these holes were all the same size. I had to make them a little bit bigger to fit for the bolt here and for this here. So that's about the only drilling you have to do. Everything else is existing holes. The holes we're going to use is the aluminum holes on the fork itself. These things are already pre-drilled, so that's what we're going to be using. U-bolt's going to go back here, mending bolts here, and then that's pretty much how it's going to work. So I'll show you what the first step is. First thing we're going to do is put the U-bolt back here, so we have a way to connect it back here to the body. There we go. I got the U-bolt on. It actually gets on there really tight. That kind of would have been nice to have one with a little bigger diameter, 3/8. Not sure exactly what this one is, just so there wouldn't be as much slop when I put the shock in back here. It would be nice to fit that hole a little bit better, but there will be a little slop in there. I guess I could find some sort of a sleeve, but for now we're just going to go with it this way. So right now I'm just going to mount my top brackets up here and get the shock in. I got the brackets in. It's pretty simple. They just bolt right up. You can see how they fit in back here. Fit pretty well. This gives it some good strength here. I haven't tightened these up yet with some locking bolts on it. And I went ahead and screwed this in. See, I'd like to have the one with the bolt, and that way it'd be a lot cleaner. It would just put some bolts in there through that existing hole, and it'd be a lot nicer. If I was going to buy one, that's how I'd get the other style. Let's see, it's back here on the back. Still haven't got to put in my bolt back there, but that's basically, I'm going to tighten it down now and show you the finished product. Well, there it is, finished product. I got everything tightened down. One thing I have noticed, I've looked at some pictures people have posted of the inside of their forks and stuff, and it seems like this is a 2001 Go For. It's a BT57, the last year of that model, and everyone's is a little bit different. So this application is working for me. If one guy had an existing hole over here somewhere where he was able just to use an existing bolt, which would have been nice. I had to use this. You could even go this way, but one thing you have to be careful of is when you make your turns, this hitting something. I'm just missing my my brake line bracket, and I did have to dent this in a little bit. I'll show you. the hard left turn, this was going to hit it. That's why if you had the one on the bottom, it would be like perfect, so clean. You know, this type of system. But right now it's in there tight. It actually turned opening and closing. It doesn't expand and contract that much. Just a couple inches on the swing. So, and it actually went pretty easy. I'm gonna take it for a ride and see how it goes. Here we go. We're gonna go for a little drive up the street. I won't know until I get out. I'm gonna take it to the beach tomorrow when I start getting up to speed. But it feels pretty darn good. You know, it's easy to turn. I thought I was going to go from power steering to some hard cranking, but it doesn't seem to turn that much harder, you know, when you go to make a turn. But you can feel it feels a little more secure, that's for sure. You know, on a straight line, that front wheel isn't moving around as much as I think. It's not drastic. I think it's going to be an improvement at high speed. I'm going to try to see if I can get it up to, I'm going to make a pretty good turn here. It's easy. I mean, as hard as it was to pull out, push in manually, it's not even that noticeable. It is absolutely more secure going around this corner. You know, it feels tighter going down this hill. That's usually where you can tell. Going around the corner, it feels a little more secure, more of a rack and pinion type steering. Yeah, absolutely feels better going down this hill. Before I'd feel a little drift. There's no drift at all going down this hill and going into this turn. It feels absolutely much better. This is a mod that it's so simple. Once you get the material, it doesn't restrict your steering. You can see I just made that U-turn on this street. It took half hour to do it. So you know, the shock's going to be the most expensive. You can get them online for, you know, 25 bucks. Volkswagen or any kind of a small car damper. And I showed you what parts to get. Once you got the parts, which takes more time than anything to do, you're good to go. You know, half hour. It's cool. I like it. I'm going to leave it. I'll tighten it up and go from there. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped somebody. Let's see if it fell apart. Nope. Still secure. It's not hitting anything. Cool. Do it.